Welcome along everybody once again to the Hot Lap Challenge. This round's lap guide is round 28 we're on, and we're at Sardegna A reverse. A little bit trickier than what we're used to, so it's great fun though. A really hard challenge. I have taken the Porsche, as you can see, and we'll go straight into the lap in a second when I get my view. There we are. Now coming across the line, 5th gear, you want to rev it right up to the line and then change up to 5th. And for the first corner is very tricky. It's all about carrying as much speed as you can here. So I do a little bit of a lift off. I go far right to take the first corner and then chop back in onto the curb. I can get a bit more aggressive with my line, I think. I can take a lot more of the curb as well. But this is how it's been so far, so let's get the lap done. As you can see, we're going to move over to the right hand side and we are going to come to this part. This is where I'm starting to turn in. As you can see, I've got a bit of lock on now on the left, and I've come off the throttle just to get the car turned in, because you do not want to hit the barrier on the outside, as I have done already many times this morning. So let's get onto the curb and then just float it out if you can. A little bit of a brake in there as well. For the next corner, we are looking at the 100 board, as you can see, just braking in a straight line all the way down to first, and come out in first if you can and straighten the wheel as soon as possible to get the best traction coming out in first. So cut in, missed the apex by a mile, could have got on that, but come out in first and get on the power. Kicked out a little bit of dust there, I think. Up to 4th, and for this one it is very tricky entry. You're going to try and enter about 110 miles an hour if you can. So when you get to the end of this curb, you're going to start to turn in and lift off. Let's go on a little bit further and see how we get on. I think, yeah, I've lifted off now, coming towards the end of the curb. And I will brake a little bit as well, so you're going to look for starting to rotate the car and then brake and then get through the corner best you can. Could have been a bit faster. Use all this curb and then run out. Cut onto this curb again as well. Now stay over to the right hand side here, and what you're looking for is at the end of the fence on the left before the lorry. That's where I start to brake. Then you can lift off, get the car turned and try to brake in a straight line before the right hander. Here we go. Braking now. Lift off, get the car turned. Could have been a little bit tighter there. Out in first. A little bit of wheel spin on the car, but that's okay. Coming down the hill, a little touch in the battery there. That's half a tenth I wasted there. So I will be able to get a little bit faster this time. Coming around here, you're looking for the 100 board. Again, try to brake in a straight line. Get tight to the inside again. Try to get the car on the curb. Down to 3rd gear for this one. Let the car roll in, then get on the curb, then get on the power on the way out. And bring it over to the right. For the trickiest 2 corners on the circuit, I am braking just a little bit past 100, maybe the start of the curb here. A little bit further on, so about 80 metres out I'm braking, as you can see, coming off the throttle. Go down to the 2nd in this one, and you want to cut onto the curb, but not too much. You don't want to try and unsettle the car too badly. So come out in 2nd, and then get ready for the next part. Up onto the curb. Get the car over, coming out in 3rd for this one. Get on the power, use the curb on the exit. And again, get on the grass, use the curb for this one. You're just going to feather the throttle through here a little bit like that. Get ready, and then heavy braking at the end of this curbing. Down to 1st. Again, cut right in, try to get the car as straight as possible. And get out the corner. Down to 1st, up to 2nd, get on the power, use all the curbing here. And then it's just a rev to the line. And that was good enough for a 42.9, which wasn't too bad. After 6 laps I've done this morning, I think. So now we'll go out of car. And do it again. So as you can see, hug the line, then move slightly over to the left. Turn in, get turned in, a little bit of brake there as well, just to make sure I missed that barrier, because that will kill you. There's the 100 board all the way down to 1st. A little bit late on turning, I could have been closer to that curb, but that's okay. Kicked up a bit of dust as I said, and then get on ready for this one. lifting, bit of brake, get on the curb for sure, try to run it out to the wall best you can, and cut onto these curbs yet again. Here we are looking for the end of the fence, we brake, we get off the brake, we brake again, straight line, get down first, be careful there's a bump here, just there, and it does unsettle the car a little bit because you're trying to put so much power through it. Down here, daft wee tap of the wall, but that's okay. Now you want to get the car as straight as possible before you start braking here, so there's 100, get on the brakes, down to third, let the car coast in, get on the curb, then get on the power. Push it all the way out. Here we are, just on the curb there, down to second, get onto this curb, not too bad. Maybe took a chunk of that curb a bit more than I needed to. Cost me a little bit of time, that's fine. Get onto this curb for the sweeping right. Get off the throttle, just be careful here, then get heavy on the brakes, down to first, up to second, use the curb to help rotate the car, and get away to the line. And that was round 28 for you. I hope it wasn't a hard challenge this week. Or then maybe I thought it would be. So we'll do that again very soon. And I'll see you next week for next week's challenge. Cheers all.